Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish.
Well, hi there. How y'all doing? How is everyone? A glorious day. We had rain today. Was it today or was it last night? It was last night. We had rain last night that was Noah flood level stuff. It rained for about an hour and a half, an utter deluge. The entire sky was solid with water. It was like a river coming down. Utterly astounding. Had a little bit today too. Rain. Goodness sakes. We've had some pretty good news today. KG just did a video on deep substrate. I had a chance to talk to him at Aquashella, and he gave a wonderful shout out to us. Put a link in his on his stream. We've had about 50 people come over so far who have actually signed up on the channel. So it's been really very nice, and we very much appreciate KG for doing that. That's been real nice because we really needed the help. So we'll be getting a little more of that, I think, as we go along. A couple of the Aquashella was very helpful in that sense. It gave me an opportunity to get to know some of these guys who have got 50 to 100,000 subscribers on the FishTube. They got to know me a little better, and I think maybe we'll get a little help. Need all the help I can get. But we've been cranking it out in the meantime. I'm looking forward to doing a video on the food web, a demonstration. I can't do it yet because I have not been able to find a good source of decaying leaves. I haven't been able to get out much. I just had surgery. I'm back stronger now, but I can't really go by myself, and I haven't had anyone ready and able to go with me beginning August 1st, I will. Beginning August 1st, Frank's going to be back. And he and I are going to be up every bloody day if need be. We're going to go out and we're going to just knock them dead. I want to collect a lot of the mycelium leaf matter because I want to be able to sell it. I want to be able to get it out to you guys who are trying to find it. Sadly, I won't be able to ship it to Europe, but we've got a couple of people over there who have found great sources. Patrick Paulson. I do want to show you. This will knock your socks off. I want to show you his that ain't it. There it is. His incredible living aquarium. You got to check this out. Look at this. You know what that is? Right in the middle there? That is a baby clam. Look at it. It's going to fall off. Falling, boom. And now right here, it's got two little tubes coming up that it brings water in. One in and one out. You see them? Too cold. So we call these inchworms. That's not an inchworm. What is that called? Can't remember. And then are we still live? Oh, that was the end of it. Let me get another one. He's got a couple of them here. Here's one. These are half-beaks with lots of, looks like duckweed. Well, the top might be Salvinia. I think it's probably duckweed. That's a funny picture. I thought it was a bowl at first. It's actually his tank that he's shooting with a, what's that called, a fisheye lens. Half-beaks. There's the tank. See if he's going to give us a decent shot. I think there is a decent shot of it. Anyway, what he's done is brought a huge amount of litter in and really immersed the tank with litter. All kinds of snails and just everything imaginable. And it has what's going to be an absolutely magnificent aquarium. It'll be an utter kick in the head because he'll be able to provide food for everything living in there. And that's really what this is all about. Doing now these work for small fish, doesn't work for big fish. I mean, you could do it theoretically for big fish. If you had like Oscars, cichlids, something like 2, 3, 4 inches. What you do is plant one side of the tank very heavily, very thick, so that lots of guppies and mollies and platies and so forth can live in there. And these bigger fish are going to have trouble getting in because it's too dense. So there'll be an opportunity for all these little fish to spawn, and the bigger fish will pick them off as they get brave and come out. He'll snag them, but he won't be able to destroy the base population. So there are ways to do it, but we're not there. We're looking at something much smaller. We're looking at microfauna and at nano tanks with small fish. Well, like my tank here, and most of you have seen this before. This is a 30 long. It's 4 foot long. It's got, I don't know how many, 100 fish at least. And none of them are more than an inch long. See some cinnamogills there, some golden rams, little albino. That's a blue-eyed pleco, I'll have you know. It's a little shell dweller, German ram. What else? Some golden Kelly's. That is, what is that? That's a golden Kelly, but it's got a blue eye. Isn't that cool? More rams. These are going out Monday. That's a pair, and there are a couple more going with them. So this is the idea. Starting to get it up. I've got some leaves, not nearly enough. I need to get a great deal more in here in order to really be able to generate the kind of environment that I want that will really be able to grow microfauna in sufficient quantities to keep these fish alive. Now, it sounds like a difficult thing to do. It's really not. It's really quite simple. In fact, in my saltwater tanks, that's exactly what I had going. I had mandarin gobies in there that were spawning, and then never put food in that tank. It generated enough microfauna for the gobies to be able to feed and to be able to get plump enough and healthy enough to actually spawn. So it's not a hard thing to do. It's not a complicated thing to do, and it's based on our deep substrate. It's based on doing the deep substrate. The difference is in the top inch of sand, you mix in a lot of this leaf litter, this emulsifying, breaking down leaf litter. Not mud so much, but the humus, the humic substances that are breaking down because they comprise food for all of the microscopic fauna. So you mix that in to that top inch and then lay another inch or so of the same thing on top of that. And it gives you a very rich culture. That's what Patrick did in the tank we were looking at. He brought a lot more other kinds of humus in as well, sticks and so forth. So as we move along with this, it'll get more refined. We probably have a dozen people right now over on our Discord channel who are working on this, trying to get it together and doing really well with it. It's going to be a very exciting project. Let's see who's here and say hello to everybody. We've got 33 people in so far. I'm going to go back to the beginning and pick up Mermaid's Chorus, who was number one in here. Mermaid's Chorus has purple kabamba, which I'm very, very jealous of. It's a beautiful plant. Let's see. Chris Trapp. Hello, Chris. Chris made a comment about wearing tin hats. And when I called him on it, he said, well, it's the gravel people. I posted a meme. Did I post it? I put it up. I don't know if it got put anywhere yet or not. It's wonderful. You'll see it. It'll come. In fact, it ought to be here. I know I've got it right here. Dooby. It's in. Here it is. This is stunning. Check this out. Do you just love it? And there's one more. This is a better one. Look at that. The ultimate aquatic Karen. Isn't that delightful? I think Patrick's been posting these. Let me see. No, Tommy D. No, Traphaeus. Traphaeus is a greeter over on Discord. They're wonderful. Let's see, who else? Chris Trapp, James Green. Hi, James. Nice to see you. Howard Van Tassel. Hello, Howard. Rhino X29. I'm looking over here. Actually, I could do it here, couldn't I? I've got it right here. That way I can look like I'm looking at you. Let's see. James says, thanks for this event, Buffetfish. Well, I'm happy to do it. I miss this. I really miss the daily getting together with you, chatting, and just having fun. Ilyuta Silviu says, hello, Father, what's up? Well, not a whole lot. Actually, a lot. Actually, there is a great deal. Not the least of which is KJ Tropicals giving us a huge shout out that's resulted in a number of their people coming over and checking out our channel. Maybe a few will even like it. We think so. We hope so. J. Oliver Guppies and Aquatics. Hi there. SQ33QS says thank you. Oh, he's from South Africa. My God, things are horrible there today. I hope you're staying safe, SQ, and that you're not in a dangerous zone. I'll get you set up here with a wrench. Nice to have you with us. If you're interested in coming up, SQ, and talking about what's happening in your country, I'd be very, very willing to have you do that. I don't want you to risk yourself or endanger yourself in any way, however. I know things are extremely difficult there right now. Kevin Rosenberg. Hello, Kevin. Eddie Gonzalez. Hi, Eddie. Eddie, you don't have a wrench. Now you do. Ness 2020 from Australia. Lots of rain there, too. Well, hello, Ness. Nice to have you with us. Joys of Sorrow. Hello, hello. Tori Erpenbeck. Hi, Tori. Tori and I had a big discussion this afternoon about COVID and whatnot on Discord. We have a private little channel there that only a few of us access, only the sharks. And we get into it sometimes. It's pretty amazing. And we did today, and it was pretty amazing. Come on over and join us. It's utterly wonderful. It's like this 24/7. Literally, just like this, 24/7. Except you can post pictures and videos. Chris Trapp says, how necessary is flow in a planted aquarium versus the stagnant method LRB uses? Well, you know, he has a mix. He has some tanks with sponge filters going in them, and a lot of other tanks with not much in the way of flow at all. It depends on how much and what you have in your tank. It's really that simple. The deep sand bed doesn't require it. In fact, the deep sand bed makes it a bit unnecessary because it's such a chemical factory. It's cranking out CO2, which is feeding the plant. So that's creating its own circulation. Obviously, if you have a lot of fish in the tank, you're going to need to have flowing water because you want that water coming in contact with the surface. The water down the bottom, if it never comes in contact with the surface, it becomes a dead zone. It becomes an area where there's no oxygen. Water has to be moving. Now, it naturally moves all by itself. In ponds and deeper bodies, we have things called thermal clines, where the water is moving based on its variation in temperature between the temperature of the earth and the temperature of the air, so that the water at the surface can be warmer than the water at the bottom, and it creates an inversion. So in a fish tank, you don't quite have that condition, but you do have a lot of things that are naturally moving the water, not the least of which is just the oxygen CO2 exchange all by itself, plus having flagellates, having all these little animals living in the bottom, bacteria included. That circulates the water. Plants provide a certain amount of circulation, fish swimming and moving. But again, if you have a lot of fish in your tank, you really need to be able to turn that water over to get a maximum of oxygenation going in it. So it's not necessary, as LRB demonstrates. It's not necessary at all. Let me give you an example. I've got one little bubbler here. Can't even see it. Just tiny bubbles and nothing else. And you can see I've got pearling going on in here. Now, there are not a lot of fish. They're I don't know how many there are. I've tried to count them. It's at least 50, probably more. 50, 60 fish, but they're little. In this tank, it's much the same thing. I've got one little bubbler over there. That's a 40-gallon. And this, again, it has about 40 or 50 fish in it. Up here, little tiny bubbler, just a few fish. These are mostly buffaloes. I've got a trio of buffaloes in here. I think it's a reverse trio. I can't tell whether that's two males or a male and a female. They've been hanging together for a month. I haven't seen any babies, so it makes me wonder. All the way in the back is a juvenile female, I think. Now, that top one could very well be a female. Normally, you see a variation in the morphology. The female will look different. Her fins will not come to a point. They'll be rounded. If there's a nuchal hump, she won't have it. In this case, she's got the pointed fins and a nuchal hump. The body shape's a little different, so I don't know. I've had them in spawning before, but they were in a colony, so I never really picked out the male and female. Whatever is about all I can say. In here, this just again a little bubbler. This has about 20 fish in it, Africans and more of the buffaloes. So down here, I have saltwater tanks. Not a lot of fish in them yet. There will be more. There are about 10 fish in here, mostly gobies and shrimp. But I've got two power heads, one at each end, circulating the water in both of these tanks. So that's doing a pretty good job. So, and then the bottom tanks here, I've got these 15s on the bottom with no air in them at all, and they've got about 20, 25 fish each in them. Over here, this is a kind of a catch-all cichlid tank, more of the golden mountain minnows, some gouramis. These are little honey gouramis, and then some couple of different kinds of cichlids, keyholes, and some Africans. One bubbler in there, one bubbler in here, bigger fish in here. I mean, that kind of gives you an idea. Now you've seen it all. There, shows you my whole fish room. Did we say hello to everybody? I don't think we have. We did Howard, James Green. Let's see, Rhino X29. Tori, we did Joyce, we did Rohan. Hello, Rohan. That's 2020. I just gave him a wrench and he hadn't got it. A burst of subs. Yes, it is. There have been about 50, at least 50. I think I was at 8890 last night, and I'm at 8950 right now. So it's going to hit 9,000 soon, in the next day or two, probably. My goal is 10,000. I want to get to 10,000. It'll take another, probably. Well, it depends. We'll see how this goes. If we're going to get a spike, it could happen very quickly. Otherwise, it's going to take a month or two. But that's all right. We'll make it. Eddie Gonzalez. Hello, Eddie. Did I say hello to Eddie? I did. Kevin Rosenberg. Chris SQ. By the way, anybody who wants to show off their tank, I've got a link posted at the top. If you go to the top of the chat, you'll see the link there. Just click on it, and it will take you to the waiting room where I will see you and bring you in. Let's see. Marco Isidori talking about Stedocrinus cassowarius. Who is that? Roman. Roman. Oh, that was Marco. Let me do this. Roman, hi.
Hey, how you doing, Father Fish?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Great. I wanted to talk. Yeah, hold on a minute. Marco just is talking about my buffalo heads. He calls them lion heads. African blockhead buffalo head, cichlid humphead. It's native to the Congo River and Pulmalibo. Right, it's not a South American. It's an African. Did I say that? I probably did. I don't know. Brain doesn't always work right. Thank you for that, Marco. Yes, Roman. What's up?
So, remember my resurrection refrigerator drawer?
I do.
I brought it back inside. I had it in the garage for a few weeks because there was a lot of insects coming out of it and whatnot in the springtime. I removed the rush from here and planted it in one of my tubs.
Okay.
I brought it back indoors yesterday, and I put a little heater on it here, little 50-watt heater. And I warmed it up to 80 degrees because I'm thinking to put some bettas in here.
Oh, nice. That's perfect. Perfect.
I just wondering if I could get by without the heater. Fortunately, I was happy to have that heater in the basement somewhere. I found it almost by mistake.
What's your ambient room temperature?
About 72, 73.
Yeah, I would keep the heater in. If you're going to put bettas in there, by all means, keep the heater in. It'll just it isn't going to do a lot, but it'll help.
So I can see scuds swimming around in here and the worms dancing against the rear glass. I don't know if I can see that or not.
Oh, the bettas are going to love it.
So I thought I'd just give you a little refresher of what's going on with my resurrection tank. And then
I would put a pair in it. Put a male and a female in there.
I do have a pair in mind. They're currently in my 20 long.
Wonderful.
And,
if they spawn, the babies will survive very nicely in there.
Alrighty, that's all I have to show today.
I love it. Thank you, Ruben.
And I think I'm going to set up a couple more tanks in the next week, and I'm going to try this new method of putting the top hinge with some of this leaf litter.
That'll be exciting. Look forward to it.
I'll keep you guys posted.
Thank you, Roman.
Stay well. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Nice. Let's see. I want to get this. That is cool, isn't it? J Dog is here. J Dog's working on our website diligently. It got blasted, so we're having to redo it, and he's bringing it back up for the second time around. It's going to be called fatherfishaquarium.net. I think that's right. Is that right? JDog fatherfishaquarium.net. And it will be a website. So we'll be referring over to there. We'll have a certain amount of content there. We will have things for sale there. It'll be a home base for us. Let's see. SQ33QS is wrenched. Bravo. Adam West. Resurrection refrigerator door would be an excellent band name. Bravo. Adam West. Nice to see you. Zachary Redgrave. I did want to get to this. Zachary is saying, I have an invasion of snails in my tank. What should I do to kill them? I love this. I love it. And some of you know why. Zachary, you're in trouble, boy. You're in big trouble. You just don't know it yet. Zachary has an invasion of snails. What to do? He wants to kill them all. What do we do, class? Why does he have an invasion of snails? Zachary, why do you have an invasion of snails? You want to come up here and talk about this? We'll just give you what for right here. You're welcome to come up, Zachary. But I'm going to explain it, and you're going to understand it, and you will feel much better for it. Not trying to get on your case at all, except I am. Because the reason you have an invasion of snails is because your tank has an excess of what? Class? Anyone? Food. Right. Your tank has an excess of food, and your snails are multiplying, trying to keep up with it so that your tank does not crash. So, you don't want to kill the snails. No. Because if you do that, your tank will crash and burn. They are what's keeping you from the edge of chaos. So here's what you do. Whatever you're feeding now, stop. Completely. Put no food in the tank for a minimum of 1 week. Now, I say 1 week because that probably will freak you out. What I should say is 1 month. And if I were really being honest with you, I would say, Zachary, do not give your fish any food at all for the next 6 months. Well now. Your fish are going to eat the snails as they die off from having insufficient food. So by not putting food in there, you will reduce the population of snails and in the process provide nutrition for the fish that are in there. Rohan says, feed less, Zachary. That's right. They chew on the plants. Well, they probably do. But probably they're chewing on the plants because the plants are probably dying. You've got basically a foul condition there. Rohan is saying get assassin snails. Well, that's not going to solve the problem. The problem is not the snails. Here, let's try something. I did a video, a 2-minute video that just came out about, I don't remember what it was called. What was it called? The buggers. No, not the buggers. The weirdos. No, not the weirdos. What was it called? I gotta find it. It's called, I don't know what it's called. Biodiversity, no. I know where can I find it? Oh, I'll find it in my list. Tonight, YouTube Studios. I don't want to do that. Let's go back to the top. Let's, oh, is that it? No. Manage videos. All right, here we go. I want to get into this because this is kind of critical. There it is. All right. Don't let the nasties get you. Don't let the nasties get you. And Naresh put this together. This was actually a little clip from Monday, I think. No, it's dark outside. When would it have been? Friday. From Friday. It's a little clip from Friday in which I talked about what to worry about and what not to worry about. And what you want to worry about is you want to worry about keeping your tank healthy, not overfeeding, because that's the number one problem that 99.99% of the people who keep fish have. 1 out of 1,000 do not overfeed their fish. The other 999 overfeed their fish. If you're feeding your fish anything at all, if you're feeding your fish anything at all, you are overfeeding. Because your fish well, I've said this so many times in so many ways. I keep trying to think of a new way to say it, and I've reached the point where I can't. I can't think of another way to say it. Let's do the nasty thing, because I think that's a more creative way to get at the issue. If you don't want your tank to be a disaster, then don't make it a disaster. I mean, that's really the issue. If you want your tank to be really nice, make it really nice. Because if it's really nice, the bad stuff are not going to get a toehold in it. They require bad stuff. Bad stuff requires a bad environment to be able to thrive. Good stuff requires a good environment to be able to thrive. Now, doesn't that just make sense? I mean, really, think about it. Nature. Nature raw in tooth and claw. Nature. When everything is nice, healthy, vibrant, alive, growing, there's no disease. It's not there. It's when things begin to break down that you get disease, because that's when the bad guys can enter in and become part of the problem. You see, it really is a spiritual issue, isn't it? After all, it really is. Where there is goodness, there is goodness. Where there is evil, there is evil. Rarely do you have goodness fall prey to evil unless the goodness stops being good. Breaks down, falls down, trips, messes up, overfeeds their fish. Like that. You overfeed your fish, you create a negative environment in which bad stuff can happen. Now, the snails are not bad stuff. If you didn't have the snails, you would have a lot of bacteria. That would be bad stuff. So the snails are trying to protect the environment from collapsing, from becoming a foul, putrid mess. Overfeeding. Let's go on. Boogie worms. Adam West says, boogie worms. Boogie worms. I saw, what was the video I saw recently? Some guy dancing with boogie worms. It was really kind of cute. He was dancing around showing boogie worms. They're nematodes. They are what we refer to as black worms or red worms. They're nematodes, and they're everywhere. If you get some muck out of the bay, out of the Gulf, out of the sea, out of the pond, out of the lake, out of the river, out of the ditch, out of the stream, and some muck, and bring it in, you're going to have boogie worms in there. The fish love them. Love them. It's fabulous food. That's what this is all about. This is all about getting the boogie worms going and all of its friends, because the boogie worms have lots and lots of friends. Zachary says, okay, thank you. You're welcome, Zachary. Show us the some spread, Chris Trapp says. Rohan says, lucky Zachary. Have a good evening. Brandon, good evening. Better days. Hi, Betta says, here it comes. That was a while back. Yeah, you're right, weren't you, Betta? Better days. Brandon MMS, hello. Hello. Wandering Witness. Hello, Wandering Witness. Rhonda Smith, feeding too much? Question mark. Ain't it always the case? That's the key. 99% of the problems that people have in their fish tanks happen because of excess food. And what does that produce? Foul conditions. It opens the door to all the nasties coming in. Jay Oliver, stop feeding. Right. Marco is a Dory. Rohan, Freaky Fish Lady. Hello, Freaky Fish Lady. Good to see you. David Samsel says snails are beneficial in the right amount. Well, you rarely have them in the wrong amount is the issue. Because if you get a lot of them, it's because you're populating them. Joins of Sarah, get a little puffer, make a snail's food. That'll get rid of the puffers, but it may not get rid of the problem. So you want to be careful about that. Make sure you know why you are having an issue and what the issue is, and be sure when you take care of that issue that it's not going to make things worse. Because you can take something that you think is bad, like an excess of snails, you can kill them all off, and that's going to do what? It's going to make the tank worse. It won't make things better. So it's important to understand why things are happening. That's why the fourth rule of setting up a deep substrate tank is to sit there and look at it. And you do that for an indefinite period of time. You do that for as long as it takes for you to begin to see and understand what really is going on in your aquarium. That's what it requires. You need to understand what's happening. It's not a matter of rules. It's a matter of recognizing your part in this creation and not overdoing it, number one. Not sticking your hand in there when it's not going to be helpful. But knowing that whatever it is you're doing it for a really good reason that's going to make things better. And you know it's going to make things better because what's in there and happening now is making things worse. So you change that dynamic to make it better. A whole lot of snails are not making it worse. They're keeping it from getting worse. You see? You have to see that. You have to understand that. You have to get that in your brain. Get your head wrapped around that so that you will really know what's going on in your aquarium. Tricky stuff. Tricky stuff. Oh, Daniken. Hey, Daniken. How are you? Ark of Mystery is here. Doesn't have a picture. Doesn't have a microphone. So I can't do anything with you, Ark of Mystery. We got no video. We got no audio. There he is, right there, Ark of Mystery. You need to turn your mic on and turn your camera on, or at least turn your mic on so we can talk to you. Good, your mic is on. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Ark of Mystery. Your mic is on. Say something. Not working. I don't know what to do here. Go. I'm gonna knock you off. I want you to come back and try it again and see if you can get your microphone and your camera working before you come up. There's a little screen you come to that allows you to turn them on and check them. Do that before you come into the waiting room, and then you should be ready. Try it again, please. Joys of Tomorrow, we did that. Daniken, nice to see you, Daniken. What's up with you? You're going to be on tonight? What time you come on, Daniken? He will be on a little later. Noah wants to know if I've ever done under gravel filter in my dirt. No, I never have. I did under gravel filters when I did gravel. They don't work except with gravel because they suck everything through. You can't do dirt, you can't do sand. The only thing you can do is gravel. And who wants to do that after all? So I don't do under gravel filters. Well, looks like he's back. There you are. Say something. We don't have your volume, your mic. Need to figure that one out. If you're still on YouTube, we should be hearing me on YouTube. So you've got YouTube turned off, which is proper. You don't have this turned on though, for some reason. Tell you what, let me drop you down, figure it out, and just wave at me. I'll keep my eye on you. When you think you got it figured out, give me a wave and we'll check it again. Love to have you on. We're going to do it. And then the next time won't be a problem at all, will it? Oh, let's see. Noah Arnston. We're going to give you a wrench. The wrench, by the way, for those of you who do not know, I saw your wife walk by and thought you were waving, Car. Are you waving? You're not waving. He hadn't figured it out yet. He's got his hand held up to his chin. How often Father Fish comes online? Like to join another time. Need to prep. That's right as Freebirds. I will be on tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I'm going to come on Wednesday this week, 9 in the morning, 9 o'clock on Wednesday. I'll be on 8:30 in the evening on Friday, and then here again Sunday at 5:30. So 4 times a week, Monday at 9, Wednesday at 9, Friday at 8:30, Sunday at 5:30. Let's see if did you figure it out? No, you didn't figure it out. Well, keep working on it. Do you know sign language? I could interpret for you. Let's see. Herp Diversity. Hello. Lady Diane. Hi, Lady Diane. Nice to see you. I'm gonna get to Radis. What did Radis say? He said, thank you. He said, oh, best way to get my questions around. Okay, I'll tell you what, Radis. I'm gonna turn you blue, number one, and I'm gonna look for your questions. So if you want to post them again, I've yet to hit the bottom. Freshwater Ichthyology is here. Late night here in the UK, so won't be around for long. Freshwater Ichthyology is a delightful young woman who's working on a master's, I guess, in ichthyology. Very active on our Discord channel and quite helpful. Thanks for coming over. Good to see you. And we just got to turn you blue. David Samsel, we did David. All right, now I'm looking for Radis. Thank you, Radis. Looking for Lady Joy. Radis, thank you. How often do I come online? We just did that. Joyce, Rowan, Fish Tropic. Fish Tropic. Father, get some water. I know, it's the kush is hard on the throat. Yeah, I don't have any water. I've got a little bit of coffee left. It's phlegm in my throat that I get every morning and I have a hard time clearing up. Did you get it yet? Yeah. Well, I can now see through you, but I can't hear you. Take the microphone, unplug the microphone. Try that. Just unplug the microphone. That means pull the plug out. And then while you're turn the volume on YouTube. Let's keep going here. Dreamer Craft Corner. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Wonderful to have you with us. Gossamer Prince. I love it. Gossamer Prince. Isn't that delightful? Gossamer Prince. Magnificent. Here to support and listen. Nice to have you. Oh my. All right. Radis is getting his list of plans to get his question ready. This is going to be trouble. I can see it coming. Oh boy. An echo. Yeah, I know there's an echo. I think that was because he had the volume on his YouTube channel turned on. So it was back feeding. Marco says, Joyce and Sarah, I think the undersand filtering is out of date. Comes to a point where it collapses because you can't clean it. Yeah, kind of. Get some coffee. Let me do that. I might have a little left. Oh dear. I gotta have a pot left. It's cold, but that's all right. I can drink it cold, and I can drink it hot, and I can drink it fresh right out of the pot. I can drink it wet, or I can drink it dry. You know how you drink coffee dry? You chew the coffee beans. All right, get some coffee. That's the last comment I've got here. I am at the bottom with get some coffee. So we did it all. We got everybody. And Ark is still futzing around here. He's still got me. Still got me too. Oh well. He'll figure it out. And then he'll never have trouble with it again. And he's such a nice looking fella. I really want to get him up here. Let's see. Joys are an interesting concept, but only tanks I've seen using them as shrimp tanks. What is he talking about? Do what some call Asian style under Rebel filters, layers of bio rock strips that people use for sums, and then either a mesh or a sponge. Yeah, I've seen that. It's kind of witless, really. I mean, what's the point? All right, I think we've gotten everything. We've gotten to the bottom. An uncapped ADA substrate that had a lot of trumpets, Rohan said. Yeah, it's kind of the same deal, really. The uncapped ADA is going to provide a lot of nutrition that's going to get into the water column. That's going to create a lot of biomass that the snails will appreciate. Look at them still. Well, I just dropped. All right, somebody else here. The fish that stole something, and he's got a mic All right, I'm gonna have to take Ark off. See who the fish that stole is in the
Can
stream of audio.
can you
There
hear
you
me?
are. Yes, indeed. I can hear you. Who are you? Can you
I'm just
can
a
you hear
friendly
me?
neighbor coming in to make sure that I can hear you, but I'm on my phone, and for some reason this phone is like so choppy when I try to join streams. So
Uh,
I, I rarely join streams with this phone,
where are you from?
but it's working on so people can join you. You can hear them, so it is on their end. It's on their end. I'm up in Canada.
Oh, okay. So you're doing a check for us, huh? That lost him. Yes, he was. We're back here. We're still. You got to go back and review this, and he's getting frustrated. All right, what's at the bottom here? Um, can a deep substrate sit for a few days while you set up a hardscape? You mean with water in it? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I recommend you put plants in it. It's kind of, you really want to do hardscape before plants. So I understand the issue. I I tend to use the Amano approach, the mature Amano approach. The, the early Amano approach was to spend hours deciding precisely where to place this, whatever it is. Hours. Put it there and sit back and look at it and then move it. Hour after hour, he would spend finding the perfect, absolute perfect placement for every piece of hardscape. And then he had a sudden awakening. And he realized if he took his entire batch of hardscape that he had set aside for the tank and simply dropped it in the tank, let it go wherever it wanted, that it would in fact be just as delightful as if he had spent a month doing it. So it totally changed his approach to the nature of a nature tank. God does not decide, where do I want that rock? He just throws them in. I mean, if he can do it, why can't we? You know? Just put them in there. Don't worry about it. It'll be stunning because you picked out such stunning material. Let me give you an idea. Hold on a second. I just got some rock today. Oh, where is it? I don't think it's here. It's outside. I don't want to go get it. It'll take too long and it's kind of heavy. I'll bring it up tomorrow morning. I'll have some rock tomorrow morning. Knock your socks off. All right. Too coolie for schoolie. Will it dry out or will the sand protect it? You want to add the water. Put at least an inch of water in. I mean, you could do it otherwise, but there's kind of no point. Get the water in, get the rock in there, just do it. Just get into it and do it. If you need to, before you set anything up, if you need to take this rock and play with it, make some sculptures out of it until you decide what you want to do with it, that's fine. But once you're gone on that tank, you want to move right into it. Don't let it languish. Don't let it sit there for a week while you figure out which stone to put in. Don't do that kind of stuff. Just move on it. Get it done. Get the plants in, get the watering, get the plants in, get the rock in, get the wood in, get the fish in, get it done. Arc of Mystery is sort of back, except he's not. His microphone is here, but his video is not. Lady Diane saying to rate us, watch Father Fish videos on his methods of substrate. Many videos to study. You bet. You bet. And Radis retracted. And Rohan retracted. And Rohan says as long as it is moist. Cover your stem with an inch of water and then proceed with your hardscaping. Oh, Roman says, yeah, that's good. Marco, you want to make a DIY filter. I use a lot of filters made with flower pots above the aquarium. Clever idea. You can use an airlift to get the water into the flower pot and it'll float through whatever media you've got in the pot right out the bottom. And the airlift is easy. It's just a bent tube with an airline in it hanging there like an L-shaped tube or maybe a U-shaped tube hanging on the edge with an airline in it that's pulling water up and depositing it in the pot. Very simple, very effective. Arc is back. Let's see. Think you got it?
Can you hear me now?
I do.
Nice. All right, here we go.
Bravo.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Nice to see you. I'm Noah.
Noah, nice to see you. Good to have
I'm
you
from
with
LA, Los Angeles.
All right. So what's up, Noah?
So nothing. I've been following you guys, learning about some dirty tank stuff, and got
nice.
my 10-gallon right here.
I see it.
I got some. I did a little hybrid version, trying to learn about what you guys are talking about, and I got some CO2 injection, kind of like a mixed bag, but we'll see how that works out.
All right. What's that green in there?
That's the hair grass.
Oh, really? Boy,
Yeah,
it
so
glows. It's
I
glowing.
wish I could get a little closer there. I
That's
got some.
impressive.
Yeah, it's fun. Some Alternithera renekii in the back, that red plant with some
that's nice.
10 neons. I just stocked it last week, and I'm hoping that I can keep it going. And I got a canister filter on that thing, so it's a little overkill, but I like what you said about having the water turnover with the stock, fish stock.
We'll just see how it goes.
Right.
You're injecting CO2.
I
you got a
am
lot
for
going there.
a couple hours out of the day, and the lights are on probably about 3 or 4 hours a day at like 40% because I'm afraid of an algae bloom. So it's an experiment.
Okay. Keep us posted.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
it's fun to see what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, if you come on Discord, you'll be able to post that and get commentary on it.
I see everybody on YouTube when you're on YouTube, but how do I know when you're on Discord? You just have to be aware.
We're there 24/7.
Oh, so I could just be on. It's in the background, and some people are talking.
Yeah, exactly. It's there all the time. Yeah, and there's always somebody. There always are a bunch of conversations going on. We've got about 10 channels on it.
Wow.
With all kind of conversations going on. It's really pretty cool.
So you go back to the computer and somebody's talking about a certain topic, and you can observe different conversations
absolutely.
at the same time. Okay.
Yeah. Let me show you. This is Discord.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And we're in the meme We have it's what's called Meme Central and Other Nonsense, and it's full of all kinds of clever memes. There's one I like. An old man yelling about leaf litter, sand, and plants in front of the industry pushing gravel. This is going to show up on a video somewhere. When you're at your funeral, but someone talks about selling your tanks. So that's Meme Central. Then we have Fish Talks, questions and answers, Fish Emergency if you're having a problem, friendly chat, photos and videos, which that's we were looking at Patrick's tank earlier. That's posted in photos and videos. Memes we did. We have one called Food Web, where we're discussing the whole food web issue in remarkable detail as
Very
to how
nice,
to do
very
it and
neat.
so forth. And then there's all my new videos that are posted, a link for that, ideas for videos. Then there's a submission for Instagram. People have pictures or whatever that they want to post on the Instagram Fatherfish channel. And then there's a Fatherfish editors, a staff channel, calling all sharks, and then we can also do voice and video. So it's and you can post obviously graphics, pictures, whatever. So it's pretty cool.
Now, are you doing this through Discord now, or is this through?
Yeah. Well, it is, but I'm not streaming on Discord. The link
Okay.
is there, and I don't know if anybody. There probably are some people watching it there, but they're really watching it here because it's just a link.
How are you learning about all this technology and keeping up with it?
Beats me.
That's amazing. That's impressive.
Well,
We all learn from each other, right?
yeah, you bet. I'm a slow learner. It's like one tiny step at a time. Well,
Sure.
we've been doing this for now, I don't know, 6 months at least. So it's getting better. And we got a heck of a strong group. We have over 400 people signed up. We estimate there are roughly 50 people on at any point in time, day or night. We have a whole European contingent that's on all night.
Wow.
Then we have an Indian, Thailand, Indonesian contingent that comes on. I don't even know when they're on. They're on early in the morning, I think.
Okay. Well,
So
hello
people-
everybody. I don't normally have the spotlight on me, but
Noah, happy to have you here. Nice to
Thank
have you
you.
with it. Brother Abernathy is here. Bro is one of the sharks on Discord. He's one of the leaders, and he just disappeared. He went over there. He is. How are you? Good. We're talking about Discord, your favorite subject.
How are you guys doing?
Good. You want to talk about Discord a little bit?
It's very active. A lot of text chat, a lot of really intelligent people.
We had a big, long conversation
I think my
today
internet's
about
bad.
COVID that was fascinating. Went on for at least an hour. And real in-depth stuff. Pretty cool. Everybody got mad at me.
what are you gonna do? There's people
They
having
got
their
over
own
it.
ideas.
Yeah, I know. Well, that was it. That was the whole point. Brother, you were
That's not
frozen.
true.
No, it's not true. We had fun. So, yeah, come on over, any of you, all of you. Join Discord. You'll
too
find the
bad.
link. Somebody can post the link, but you'll find it on my YouTube homepage under Community. If you just scroll down, you'll see a link. Click on it. You'll be able to sign up and come in, and then figure it out from there.
Okay.
Jesse, you haven't figured it out yet, but it's not too hard. Come on over and join us. New Zealand just sent us $10. Where is this? There it is. Isaac Hartley Hall. Thank you, Isaac. Just made a Wallstead bowl. I use Seachem fluoride sand for the cap. It's a porous clay sand that doesn't break down and holds on to nutrients. Thoughts? Thanks from New Zealand. I think it's going to work really well, Isaac, when you begin building a food web on it, because it'll provide a lot of support for that food web. So yeah, I think it's cool. Sounds great. What time is it? 6:45. I guess I'm going to go to 7. We'll do 15 more minutes. Thank you very much, Jess. Isaac, I'm sorry. All right.
I'm gonna see if I can turn my camera around and show the pen. Oh,
What else we got here?
wait, switch around.
And then there also are DMs, direct message. So anybody who's on here, you can do private messaging with them. So pretty cool. We just lost brother, and now he's back. Well, sort of back. He ain't back. He's still gone. Whoop, he's back. There he is. Lee Wilcox is here. Lee, I'm so happy to see you. Rohan from Nepal, that's right. I sent you a message earlier. Lee, I'm in constant prayer for you. And I want to talk with you, but I don't think I've got your right phone number. Call me, please, when we get off here. Call me on LinkedIn, or whatever it's called. What is it called? WhatsApp. Call me on WhatsApp. I want to talk with you, please. Please call. I don't think I've got your number. What else? How are we doing here? Anybody else? Who else is new? Adam West, JBVM PSMTR. I don't know how to say that. What's he saying? 2 collies, 2 bronze cories, 2 apple snails, a fancy goldfish. What do you think about this? I think you're a nut. I think you're a fish keeper. I think you go your own way. I like goldfish in a tank. I actually do. All right, Noah, I'm going to kick you off.
Yes, sir.
Delighted
Okay, no
to have
problem.
you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on
Thank
back
you.
and show us your tank. And come on
Okay.
over to Discord, please. Delighted to
Awesome,
meet
will
you.
do.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Brother is kind of gone. All right. I need to do something else here. Rate us. Have dirt in my 15-gallon, but like the idea of dirt plus sand. Will my Liliopsis novia cylindric alternathanthera and elodia get enough nutrients? Yeah, you bet. Absolutely, they will. Will not be a problem. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Adam's saying my internet is garbage. Last night, who is this? Lee. Hi.
Hello.
I
How
am,
are you?
I am so happy to see you.
Yeah, likewise. And everyone else in the chat. How lovely.
Really.
Listen, Lou,
Yes.
thank you so much for your kind words.
Well,
Your comments on the videos, and really boosted Sue as well. She know I've been down in the dumps for the last couple of days now.
yes.
I've had a lot of support. which has been wonderful.
That's wonderful. That's great.
Yeah, and your comments has always popped out and just warmed my heart. So bless you. Thank you so much.
Well, you mean a great deal. And
I will phone you on WhatsApp.
Please do. Please do.
I will.
Please do. Yes.
I've got to get my head round the hours again because I've been away for quite some time, as you know, obviously.
Really?
Getting on with the decorating and whatnot. The lights aren't on at the moment.
I love your home. I love it. What a magnificent home.
I'm still decorating. It's a mess.
Yeah, it'll be such a joy.
It's a mess. It'll be fine when I'm finished. I'm just taking it slow.
You bet.
So,
well, thank you.
I'll go now. I'll leave now. Lovely to see Emily and Lady Diane and Rohan. Sorry, Rohan. I know you're not in Nepal. I can't spell Himalayas, mate. That's why I wrote Nepal. It's just lovely to see everybody, and I'll try and get back on Discord as well soon.
Good job. I'll be up tomorrow morning.
All right, mate.
See you in the morning.
Thank you so much. Thank
Call
you
me,
from my heart.
Do call me. Okay.
100%. Will do. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
All right. John Starr. Doing good, keep it up. Talking to Lee. If you get over and look at Lee's last video, he's had a very traumatic experience, and all of us who love him are deeply concerned about it. You might send him your wishes. If you want, check out the video. I'm not going to say anything about it here because it's just difficult. But you can learn about it and be in touch with him and talk with him. Lee says I'm backstage. Yes. Glad I saw you. Let's see. What else? All right. We got a few minutes left. A life update. We'll see if we can get him up in the morning. If he calls me, I'll encourage him to do that. And we'll spend a little time with him tomorrow. He's going through a lot of changes right now. Rick from Planet C214. Who is this? Brother Abernathy has got his mic. Are you? There he is. You're up. Got you. Hi there.
I fix my internet so I can show you off the tank, I guess.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah. So this is, I guess I wanted to show you a little progress update. These are all your plants, by the way, too. Let's turn the camera around. Also, Lee's an awesome, by the way. He's the father.
Yes, he is.
Fish is probably one of my favorite things that's come out of your community, I guess. I don't know. It's just so awesome.
Oh, look at this.
Here we go. Should I do it sideways? Does this kind of show it off pretty well?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me give you full screen. Yeah, there we go. Looks really nice. What is that furry plant on the right in the corner? Do you know? You got it for me, and I can't remember the name of it, and I don't have it. my list. If I can find it. It's a really pretty plant. I don't know. That looks really good. Yep, lost him. Nice looking tank, brother. I like it. Fish Tropic got no TO catfish to clean algae. Good job. Put a rope in the middle for drip. Let's see, Fish Tropic, what are your thoughts on breeding long-fed rosy barb male with the neon barb female? Well, you'll get something interesting, I'm sure. Should work. You know, they're basically the same species. All of these, there are a wide variety of barbs, and they will not all interbreed. A lot of them are just too far apart genetically. But I think the rosy and the neon are virtually the same fish. They probably are the same fish. The neon does not occur in nature. It's been developed, and it's basically a rosy barb. Anyway, so yeah, try it and see what happens. You probably won't get any neons. It's not a dominant gene. But what you'll get will be an interesting fish. If you do get them to breed, grow up the fry and breed them, a brother to sister, or breed them back to one of the parents. That'll give you a whole different set of genetics that may be closer to what you're really hoping for. Yeah, Marco's saying it's difficult to know which is the dominant gene. Usually the wild ones prevail. That's true. Fishy, do you know what happens when one crosses an electric blue with a regular? Does one get both or degraded? You get the electric is a recessive trait. It occurs by breeding two recessives together. That's how it kind of came about. Give you an idea how this works. Some years ago, one of the Jack Dempsey breeders was noticing that there were baby Dempseys that were jet black that didn't survive. They kind of scooted along the bottom in almost every spawn. There were one or two. So he started pulling them out and growing them up. When he got them big enough, he found he could spawn them. They turned into the electric blue Dempsey. That's what they were. It was a recessive gene that created a very weak fish that was nevertheless a stunning fish. There were some efforts made to kind of beef it up, make it stronger. Never really succeeded. There were other things involved in that gene that kept it from being a particularly strong fish, but that's kind of the way that works. All right, we're down to it, boys and girls. I'm going to be here 9 o'clock in the morning. Please come around, enjoy, be a part of our party. We will be here. See anything else? Looks like I got pretty much all of it. So let me try to get a tune back up here. Have I still got it up? I don't, but I can get to it quickly. And we'll just keep going. Bye, everybody. Nice to be with you. Always fun. Always a joy. Always an act of love. Always, always.
Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish.
Hey, Chevy Fish! It's Roe. Bye, all. Love you.